KG6 USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo.
Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, M6SWR.
How you doing, Ben? Got you there. A little warbly on the sound, but that's propagation for you. Thanks for being there. I'll check you in.
Thank you so much. I'm acting on a vertical antenna.
Oh, we must have good propagation tonight because we're overcoming that 20 dB between the polarities.
Roger. So thank you much. Check me in, and I'll try to improve the station, get it back to where it was at, maybe even ahead of that. M6SWR.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Are you hearing John down there, KG6 USS?
What's his call? Can you repeat his call again?
It's Kilo Golf 6 United Sierra Sierra.
Kilo Golf 6 United Sierra Sierra. I'm not hearing it, but we're being treated as
Yeah, he's down there at the high desert. You'll be getting him off the back, or you can turn around to point to him. Oh, wait a minute, you got a vertical. Doesn't matter. You're pointing everywhere. Ha ha.
Roger. Well, I don't hear anything, but maybe next time I'll have a beam out there.
Okay, Ben, thank you. I'm going to give another shout out for John down there. KG6 USS, KG6 USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. DMO7, over. John, KG6 USS, KM6SRR. I heard you there, and I couldn't quite make it out. Do you have a copy on me? KG6 USS, KM6SRR. Okay, John, we'll check you in there, and if you could check in me, and I think Mike will probably be on there too. Okay, yeah, you're starting to come up a little. Good. Doing good. We've been missing you on here, so it's good to hear you. Yeah, roger that. You're sounding okay now, a little bit weak, but you're copyable. Okay, yeah, check me in, 432, and then I'm sure Mike, 47, would like to be checked in also. He hasn't quite started yet, but he will be here.
Also like to get Whiskey 6 Papa Echo checked in.
All right, will do. Thank you, John. KG6 USS, KM6SRR, 73. Okay, roger.
That's from K6 Mike Italy, number 711.
I hear you in there, John. Are you trying to call John down there, KG6 USS?
Yeah, right. KG6 USS, K6 Mike Italy, K6 Mike Italy. If you copy tonight.
Yeah, I'm getting covered up from the vertical down in south here, Rob. Who was that?
Kilo 6 Mike India, K6 Mike India, GM at the moment.
K6MYC, John.
Hey, John, that was our John up here, K6MI, number 711.
Oh, okay, 711. Gotcha. I thought that's who that was. But like I say, I'm getting some bleed over on my vertical here. So, all right, cool. Got you on the list there, 711. Thank you.
And Mike's in here now too, John.
Okay, thanks. You're coming in good tonight. We're up here at DMO6 this time. And Mike, MYC is also on frequency.
Yeah, good evening, John. K6MYC, Bozo 47.
And Whiskey 6, Papa.
Yeah, hi, Mike. How you doing? Been having a little bit of issue with my antenna. We're not sure what's going on, but I'm going to take it down and look at it, maybe put up a better antenna there. Copy?
Oh, yeah. Loud as ever, if not better. So whatever it is you got up there is working, so that's fine. So we knew you were missing. We couldn't hear you anymore. So I'm glad it was simple as an antenna and not a health issue, John. 7-3. There may be some others here listening for you. And Mike, W6 Papa Echo, I've got you checked in as well. Hang in there, buddy. KG6 USX, K6MYC in the Bozo Net, over.
All right, Mike. Hey, yeah, thanks for worrying about me.
KG6VON 1040.
My doctor wonders how I...
Hi, Adam.
But anyway, hey,
hi, Mike.
Cool. Thanks for checking in with me. Like I was telling Rob, I could hear you guys on the vertical, and I'd switch over on the flat side, and nothing. So, like I say, we're going to take it down and check it out and see what's going on. Maybe have some loose connections or something there. So, tonight it's working. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, it's certainly working tonight, no question. And I hear you, Adam.
All right, K6NYC, KG6USS, Bozo 831. Anybody
982's here.
on the west side want to check in up here in the high desert for the Southern California net? Let's go.
I hear you, Daryl.
KG6QNY 1091.
Hey, Marcus, long time no hear.
Roger. Anyway, we just wanted to get a chance to say hi to you there, Mike.
Good to hear you.
Good evening, Marcus and Daryl. Good to hear you guys.
Hi, Rob. Hey, Rob.
All right, this is KG6USS, Bozo 831 High Desert. We're going to go back to the vertical into Southern California. Y'all have a good time over there on the west side.
Yep, 7-3. You're just booming in, steady as a rock. Good evening, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
Yeah, good evening, Jane. WB6JNP 107. How are you?
Doing well. Nothing new at this end.
Well, not much new here. I didn't do a whole lot today. I went through the motions, but nothing came out the other end. Over.
Yeah, I know how it goes. It's kind of interesting. Conditions have been a little strange headed south. I haven't been able to hear the Tehachapi beacon for about the last 2 weeks.
Really? Can you hear it tonight?
No, nothing there, and I know it's up.
Oh, maybe it isn't on. John, K6MI is N6N beyond?
I'll change the call sign this weekend, I think.
Well, that's all right. Just one of the guys up here said he hasn't been able to hear it for the last couple of weeks, so we didn't know what happened. I listened, and it was in there. It wasn't bodacious, but it was functional.
No,
I'll go and check.
Big signals, all three of them.
Yeah, like I said, it's usually at the noise floor for me, and I can just barely make out the CW.
Okay. John says he's going to change the call sign this coming weekend when he's up there.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, very good, John. Did Aaron tell you about the 902? I gave him a transverter. I also found a 150 watt amp for 902 and the power supply to go with it. And it was all modified a long time ago by KJ6KO. I've had it all this time. I never used it. Over.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you told me about the transfer. I'll have to get mine going.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can stir up some more activity for us on 902. I think we'll make it a nightly thing on the contest night on that Saturday night, number one. In the meantime, in between, I'm going to try and put together a few more stations, see if we can find some transverters and other things that we can make work, and antennas are not a problem. We can make up for a lot of power loss with some bigger antennas. We've got quite a few choices here. Aaron just picked up a little 11 element from us yesterday. He'll tell you about it. Aaron, are you in here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, and I already sent John a picture of the antenna when I picked it up. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay, and I'll try to remember to put the rig in a car, in Matt's car, and send it to the plant. So the 902 amp and the power supply will be in Matt's car. Should be at the plant tomorrow.
Okay, I wouldn't be able to pick it up till Friday anyways. So whenever you get it down there.
Roger, Roger. Is there a club meeting Friday?
No, not this Friday. It's just I work from home on Tuesday and Friday, and so my work from home days I can go by the shop.
Roger, Roger.
There's a closed club meeting this Friday, KM6SRR.
Who's closed? What did you say, Rob?
There's a Clovis Club meeting this Friday.
Well, I don't go to either one. I don't go to those anymore. I just can't get to them.
Yep, roger that. I was just letting you know what's going on. You're asking.
If you're not a Bozo, you'd like to be one.
Well, I was asking about our Fresno amateur because I could I either give you the amp and let you take it down there and give it to Aaron, or I'd take it down depending on whether we're going to go or not. All right. Let's see, Bozo Net. This is K6MYC just chattering about the 902 coming up. We're trying to stimulate activity. Anybody know of any 902 transverters or any 902 equipment available? Let me know. We're going to try to gather up some stuff and maybe generate a few rovers for 902 and 1296 and some of the other bands. That we don't have any rovers, and there's lots of grids out there to get if we can get people to go to them. And they're all easy. We just have to have people with wheels. So that's the story. Lots of points when you run on 902. That's why it's an interesting band that's good for contesters because you get lots of points. Okay, QRZ. Anybody else? I got Adam in there. Adam, how are you doing?
Oh, enjoying my occasional Wednesday off. Back to work tomorrow. Short week, Thursday, Friday, and then I'm off for 4. So, but yeah, been a busy month here.
Yeah, are you catching up at all on anything? I got some stuff to bring down.
Yeah, that's funny.
You're not catching up.
Yeah, seems like just when I start to get caught up, more comes in.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, the most important one I'd like to have fixed is the lawnmower. It's a Honda, and I think it just needs carburetor cleaning. You know, a little tender loving care. Probably have it running in a half hour.
Yeah, something like that I should be able to knock out pretty quick.
Yeah, that would be helpful. The lawn is not doing very well with the big tractor mowers mowing it.
Yeah. Yep, no, whenever. Get it down here and we'll get it in the queue.
Roger, we'll work on it. So you're home all weekend, and then how many days next week?
I'll be home Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then next week back to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Working Saturday.
So you're off... Give me the days you're going to be home again starting this week.
So So this week I will be home Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay. I'll try to fit it in one of those 4 days, and we'll give you a call when we're heading your way. All right. Thanks, Adam. Good evening to you. I heard Daryl in there. Daryl, we heard you. And we heard Dane. We got Dane checked in. Daryl, anything new up your way? No, he's gone quiet, and I didn't give you very much time as long as we got a minute here. W6 Papa Echo, how about you, Mike? Are you up for the task here?
I'll be here for a little bit. I've been having some stomach issues, so I'm probably gonna hit the bed early. Getting the extra sleep tends to help a little bit. But yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to everybody. W6PE.
Okay, very good. And we're missing Terry tonight, 704 KK6ZKE. Terry, are you here?
Roger that. 704 is here.
Well, don't wait around. Get in here.
Yeah, I think I stepped on somebody.
No, you won't step on anybody. If you do, they deserve it.
KJ6TYO 1009.
There's 1009 and Charlie Mike 96.
Roger. Good evening, Mike, and everybody else out there.
Yeah, well, we're pinning you down, Ron, because you were in Charlie Mike 96 in a very easy grid to put some kind of small little 902 station together for you, so you can get on in the contest and give a lot of people that are contesters that 902 contact with that rare grid.
Yeah, I think the only two guys I talked to on that last contest was Aaron and John, K6MI and Aaron. So anyway, yeah.
Well, you could have worked more if you'd gotten on that Saturday night. I know we would have had you hooked up with other people. You got a good signal on 1296.
Yeah, I was surprised. That was probably the best signal getting to John was on 1296.
Yeah, that's a good path. Shows you their system's working. He was only running 10 watts, even though it is up in the air on ways. All right.
K6 VBG 971.
Yeah, good evening, Dave. We didn't get back to you last night until you'd left. I did ask for your comments, but it was after you had gone away, I guess. Good evening. Anything new up there?
Nothing new, man. Another day. I'd love to say another dollar, but it's just another day.
Yeah, I know what that is. Well, very few dollars if the government stays shut down, huh?
Can't wait.
Yeah, I know. Well, you don't have to wait. It's shut down now. I'm waiting to see how many people he's going to lay off.
Not enough.
Well, there's about 800,000 that are in queue.
Well, that'd be good start.
Good start. That's all of the government. Well, not all of them. Anyway, that's a good chunk, though. There's a million or more, I guess, working for the government. Jesus. All right. Have we missed anybody? Anything new down there with you, Cherry? AK6ZK, anything new with you, Terry?
No, still the same old stuff. Still working on the items around the house.
Yeah, well, you were doing some record player repair for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, I got the turntables going and everything. Bought a new streamer and all that. The latest thing is my buddy's computer. And boy, he fried that motherboard. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Okay. Very good. Let's see. Is there anybody else that wants to check in here before we turn the antenna over toward Atascadero? This is K6MYC, Bozo Net, Delta Mike 07.
KM6 SRR.
I got you, Rob, but go ahead. Do you want me to put 1200 down?
Yep, she's here. And I checked Ben in N6SWR, number 247, earlier.
Okay, so we got 1103.
Well, where in the hell's he been?
95.
Well, he was on a vertical, but we had pretty good propagation. He's got some issues with his antenna, so he's working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'd like to have him back in here. But we didn't hear old Bozo 61 yet, huh?
No, I forgot to call for him down there.
Oh, Bozo 61 would be, he'd be in here if he was on, but we'll give him one legitimate call. KB6RQU, K6MYC, and the Bozo Net standing by for you, Rick. He had his chance. Anyway, Ben, if you're listening down there with the vertical, one of these days I'll have vertical for you. I'm going to be making some changes over the next few months to the Bozo antenna system, and I'll be adding vertical polarization, switchable vertical horizontal, and should make it a little bit easier for you if you haven't got the antennas fixed by that time. Anyway, anybody else before we go to Atascadero? This is K6MYC. What's Ken's status tonight, Rob? Any news?
WA6OIB, I don't know.
Okay. Alrighty, let's go to Atascadero and see what happens here. Okay, Atascadero. W6QUI or KN6EIV, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. Oh, this is the first Wednesday of the month, isn't it?
Yep, first day of the month also.
Yeah, it's first day, but it also happens to be the first Wednesday. So first and third Wednesday, Ron has something always going there. I was hoping we would have Eric in here one of these days. He's got to get in there and take Ron's place when Ron can't make it. Ron's got too many things going there with the museum and all that other stuff. KN6EIV from the home QTH. Any copy there, Eric? KB6WRW. Are you there, Bill? Nobody's there from the coast. Boy, oh boy. We need to get another bunch of people active on the coast. I'm sure there's stations over there that could get in here. But we're not getting any help, so I'm going to go up to Santa Cruz. Here we go towards Santa Cruz, K6MYC. And there we are towards Santa Cruz. KW6S or AF6 United, Watsonville area, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Yes, sir, we hear you.
Alpha Foxtrot, 6 United, I'm here too.
Oh, we got them both. 1098 and 610, both in there, Rob. Okay, we'll take one transmission there, Tom, and if you want, you can shoot it over to Lee. I'm sure you guys can hear each other. Ha-ha. KW6S, K6MYC, and the gang.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, not much going on since last night. Didn't do much on the bench or with the station today. I spent some time clearing bench and packing up junk to send off to the dump, and not too much else besides playing with granddaughter and picking her up from school and all. Had a walk down to the yacht harbor, and it's still there. K6MYC, KW6S.
I mean, the harbor's still there. It didn't wash away in the hurricane, huh?
No, it's still there. It's pretty low-key in the mornings, but I haven't got clear down where the restaurants and stuff are. I'm just kind of building up my walking again.
Yeah, very good. Somebody made a sound there. Was there another station that wants to check in? K6MYC, go ahead.
Golf Yankee, Bozo 884.
Golf Yankee, Bozo 884. We got you, Phil. Good signal, but I'm aimed towards Santa Cruz. Hang in there if you can. If not, we'll see you in the morning, of course, on 40 meters. But thanks for checking in here. Everything okay on your side? Your forehead healing up?
I got a fantastic headache. but I think everything's healing the way it's supposed to. But boy, I'll tell you what, one hell of a headache.
Oh, really? Did it turn into a migraine or something?
I don't know, it's something, but yeah, the damn headache has been with me now for about 28 hours or so.
Well, that's getting old. You must have had it this morning then. Anyway, I hope you feel better. Maybe it'll go away by the morning and you'll be chipper and ready to rip and snort and badmouth all the big D's that are still looking for $1.5 trillion for the health care of the illegal boys.
Absolutely. Okay, Mike. Yeah, we'll try to stick around for a while. WB6GGY, thank you for the check-in.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. Good to hear you. Greg should be home. He might even check in. He's home now, isn't he?
Maybe. I'll have to check. I'll try to find out tonight, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, come to think of it, you said it might be Tuesday, Wednesday before he gets in here. And, well, it's Wednesday, so it could be tomorrow. Who knows? All right, take care. We'll see you later if you want to stick around. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the morning. Okay, WB6GGY, how about over to you? Because you got aced out there by Twainhart Lee. AF6 United in a group K6MYC.
That's okay. K6MYC, AF6U. I don't really have anything new to add to the discussion tonight, so I just figured I'd check in and make my presence known. I'll say 7-3 to everybody, and I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow night on 432. K6MYC, AF6 United. Back to net.
Okay, and we'll look forward to hearing you on 432. I'm going to be making some changes to the Bozo system over the next few months, and hopefully it'll improve the station and make it a little easier to find you guys on 432. I'm going to widen the beam width, put this antennas one above the other instead side by side, and that should give me twice the beam width that I have. Should make it a lot easier over that way. Not that I have trouble with you, but some of the other boys I have to be right on the button. Because when you're side by side with two big long Aggies, it makes the pattern very narrow. Stacking a vertical, you go back to the pattern of one antenna in the azimuth. So that helps. And I'm going to do that on all the bands. So all the bands will be stacked vertical. I won't lose much gain, if any, but we'll be giving us myself a little more latitude on the azimuth. Good enough, Lee. Good to hear you. Back to you, Tom, KW6S for your final, and then I'll go into the Bay Area, K6MYC.
I have a question.
I'm going to go down and eat Mike, KM6SRR.
Hey, go ahead. And who had the question?
That was me, AF6 United. You said that you were switching from side-by-side stack to over-the-top stack, basically. I'm wondering if when you switch to the vertical stacking, does that actually pancake it down so it lowers the takeoff angle? Is that what that actually accomplishes?
Well, that's not the primary reason for it. It can lower the angle a little bit, but these antennas are 90 feet high anyway, so the radiation angle is essentially on the horizon anyway. No, what you're trying to do is double the beam width. When you stack antennas side by side, two antennas side by side, if you have 50-degree beam width with one antenna and you put another one side by side to it at the right spacing, you now have a beam width of 25 degrees or half of what you had. And of course that gets really bad if you've got a high gain antenna that has 15 dB of gain by itself and a 15-degree beam width, I should say, and then you cut it in half. Now you're looking at 7.5-degree beam width. So I'm going to put them one above the other, maintain the 15 to 20-degree beam width, and only compress the signal more toward the horizon. Over.
Okay, so it just increases essentially the trajectory of the signal as opposed to the elevation. I'm trying to think of the word, and it just escaped me. But anyway, the takeoff angle, that's what I'm trying to say. So, okay, I think I'm just trying to learn all the weird little bits and pieces here, so thank you very much. K6MYC from AF6 United. Bad.
Okay, well, let's have a little class here. The takeoff angle. If you're talking about beam width angle, that's one thing. If you're talking about the radiation angle, that's another thing. The radiation angle is a function of height above ground for horizontally polarized antennas. The horizontally polarized signal coming off of a horizontal antenna sees the ground as a big reflector, and the signal goes down from the antenna, hits the ground, and then comes back up, joins in with the main straight ahead signal, and pushes it up at a given angle. For instance, if you're one wavelength above ground, it's going to push the angle up to 14 degrees. If you're half wavelength above ground, then you're at 28 degrees. If you're 2 wavelengths above ground, you're at 7 degrees. So you can see how it just doubles or cuts in half your angle of radiation. That has nothing to do with the beam width. The beam width is, again, cut in half. If I have a 20-degree beam width on one antenna in that vertical plane, and I stack it, I'm going to have now a 10-degree beam width, but it's going to be right at the horizon anyway, and that's where all the signals are that I'm looking for. So it's not going to have much effect, except it's going to maintain the high gain of 2 antennas, but it's going to give me a much more usable azimuth pattern of what one antenna would be. Over.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that I understand. And when I was talking about takeoff angle, that I was talking about oh boy, I'm going to get myself into trouble here. Yes, I was talking about how the radiation pattern projects out from the antenna, and you look at the plots of the antennas, and some of them seem to project most of their energy higher. That's what I'm talking about as far as takeoff angle. So yes, okay, I do understand. Instead of compressing the beam horizontally, you're just projecting more power out by stacking them vertically. That gives you more signal out in the direction, and it doesn't have too much to do with the trajectory of that signal. It just has to do with the strength of the signal all the way down the line.
Well, when you go from one antenna to 2 antennas, you get 3 dB more gain. So you have 10 dB of gain with one antenna, and you stack another one properly above it, you get 13 dB. Or if you take that same pair and stack them side by side, you have 13 dB of gain. But the pattern narrows in the direction, in the plane that you're stacking. So your E-plane or your H-plane pattern, H-plane pattern, that's the magnetic field pattern, the vertical pattern, if you will. A vertical pattern is going to be cut in half. But since it's so high anyway, it's not going to make any difference. It just compresses more of the signal down onto the horizon. Because the ground is so far down, it's not going to have any effect on the radiation angle up off of the ground. So you don't want to tangle the two up. They're totally independent in a sense. So you gotta understand E and H plane beam widths. And a single antenna, if it has 20-degree vertical beam width, when you stack a pair of them properly, you will end up with 1-degree vertical pattern beam width to the 3 dB points. Over.
Okay, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I don't think that I can parrot it back to you as eloquently as you can explain it. So it still will have to take a while to percolate in my brain, but I do understand what you're saying. So, all right, thanks for the explanation, Mike. Didn't mean to take up too much time on the net. K6MYC, AF6 United, back to you guys.
Well, there's quite a few people that probably don't have a real good, solid knowledge of that either that listen in here. So it's not a waste of time when we get into technical explanations like that. And luckily, I can explain that stuff to you because that's my world, but other people have to take over when it gets into amplifier design and stuff like that, preamps and so on. I know enough to hurt myself, and that's it. Anyway, that's the deal. I'm sure other people will get a benefit out of that. So stacking vertical, if you're just going horizon on the horizon and not doing any moon bounce, is a definite advantage. It also increases what I call the capture area. The capture area is there in azimuth, but you don't see the advantage. What we've found on VHF and UHF and microwave signals is they come in very thin layers, and the layers sometimes are only separated one above the other by maybe a few inches. And it wanders, just like the signal goes up and down between you and me, it wanders up and down as well. And so if you have a capture area, you get less fading when you stack vertical because you're capturing a wider area of the signal coming in at different layers. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense, and it's I'm gonna take a risk here, but it sounds like it's also kind of the thing about the Fresnel effect, where the signal gets sort of like spread out in layers as it travels further and further away. And so I do understand what you're saying about that capture area, and that definitely makes a lot of sense. So thank you very much. That was very educational. I'm all about antennas myself. I really am not that interested in running that much power. I think that most of the performance that you get out of a station actually comes from your feed line and your antenna system and where it's placed and where you're located and all of that kind of stuff. So that was really helpful, and I got a lot out of it, and I hope other people did too. So thank you very much, Mike. K6MYC from AF6 United.
Well, just think of the medium that the signal's getting from you to me or from anywhere, from point to point. And there's inversion layers, there's all kinds of things, but they're not steady. It's like clouds, and in some cases they move much faster. You know, some days we have all kinds of weird rapid flutter fading and all kinds of stuff. And that stuff comes from the different layers interfering with each other. You get interference and then you get enhancement. Just like when you're driving along on FM and listening to an FM station and it starts to fluff on you. And that's interference patterns. But the point is, when you're stacked vertically, you can couple through a couple more layers. Stacking 4 is actually even better. When you stack 4 antennas on most frequencies of a high gain Yagi, you really cover quite a bit of vertical area, and it really reduces the fading that you're getting. The fading's occurring from side to side, but it goes maybe a mile or two or 10 miles off to the side when it fades away from you. But when it's going up and down, it only fades up and down a few feet for the most part. So that's why if you can capture and get your array into that zone where it's fading in and out, you don't lose it, because you've got an antenna up at the upper edge of it and down at the lower edge of the fade, and so the fade margin or fade amount is reduced generally, and it's much more pronounced if you can stack 4 antennas as opposed to just 2. I'll end it with that, Lee. AF6 United and K6MYC antenna program.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and I do appreciate all of that information. Like I said, it'll take a few thought processes to get it all processed in, but that's definitely very helpful. I spent many years working with audio equipment and know some things about wave interaction, although low frequencies like audio are somewhat similar, but definitely there are dissimilarities as well. I'll leave it at that. But thank you very much, Mike. K6MYC, AF6 United, back to net.
Now, that's the beauty of VHF and UHF and microwave. The signals are processed much differently as you're going through the medium. At HF, this business doesn't have much effect. You know, you'll get some fading. It's mostly because the signals reflect off the ionosphere and then they rotate in polarity. So it's mostly a polarity fading, or a good part of the fading on a HF signal is polarity fading, as opposed to you're in a layer, or you're in or out of the layer with your receive antenna. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. wait for more questions, perhaps from the next transmission period or the next time we do this. You think about it, you'll have something else you want to clarify. So I'm good for it. But that's why I've spent my whole life since this early 60s doing weak signal work, and have learned about the inversion layers and all the different things that affect our signal every day, knife edging and all the rest of that. And it's all complex, but what we found is the best way to get rid of terrestrial path fading is to go stacking vertically. You can't buy much by stacking horizontal in that sense, because the signal wanders back miles, but in the vertical distance it only wanders up and down by wavelengths. So much for that. Good evening. Any comments to add there, Tom? K6 KW6S, K6 MYC, before we go to the Bay Area.
Well, this KW6S, I think the important one is that for me on that one is I have the quad of your 35 elements on 1296, and it does get pretty tight on the pointing, and I just didn't have a way to spread them out vertically on the tower, plus the 2 1/4 inch mast or whatever it is causes some hardware mounting problems, which I had to start with. But I've got the quad on fiberglass H-beam or H-array, and but the pointing can get pretty critical on that, especially on the signals that are a bounce path. And for me in Santa Cruz, everything is a bounce path. So, yeah, if I had it to do over again, I'd like to stack them vertically. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, you clearly see the advantage. Sometimes mechanically it's more difficult to do. That's why I like rear-mounted antennas for the VHF and UHF frequencies. The rear mounts, you can do it without having to go with fiberglass support structures and all that stuff, and the whole antenna is out in front. There's no metal in the way to mess up the pattern or anything, particularly if you've got vertical and horizontal on the same antenna. So that's the beauty of it. We'll go into this more, but you got the concept for sure. 73 Tom, 73 Lee, and we'll see you guys on tomorrow. KW6S, AF6 United, K6 MYC, squeezing it up into the Bay Area and looking for KD6 SOK and others, over.
775.
775. We had trouble with you last night, but we got you tonight. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and the group. Thanks. Yeah, 64 degrees and cloudy here, maybe some rain, but other than that, we're here. Good evening, KB6WC.
Yeah, we got marvelous conditions on 2 tonight. Everybody's loud from every place. So good to hear you, and thanks for checking in. I guess I'm going to have to ask you, were you on last night at all?
Was I on last night? What was last night? Maybe not. I don't remember.
It was 1296. I didn't work you and we didn't log you because I think Jim said he hadn't heard you.
We didn't hear each other, but Jim...
No, I heard him.
Checked me in.
Okay, then I did log him in. I didn't hear him, but I did log you. Jim said he heard you and he gave your call to me. So you got recorded for last night, Mike, over.
Oh, great freeway there.
We doubled, Mikey.
PQL's in there.
Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I tried to tell you that he was in there last night, but everybody over on your side of the mountains was talking to you local, and I couldn't overcome all that, so I just gave up. But he was there.
Well, but I never heard him. See, that I did have times to listen, and there was periods where I would have heard him, even if other people were talking here. The only guy that crushes me completely for most other signals is Rob, because we're only about 6 or 8 miles apart, airline here, and we just kill each other. but everybody else I can hear other signals through most of the time. W6PQL, good evening, Jim. K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening. No, I was trying to tell you that Mike was in there, but if it was Rob, it stands to reason that he would have drowned me out for sure, but I just couldn't get through. I tried for a little while, but you guys were deep in conversation and real quick on the mic button, so probably in between words was, you know how that goes sometimes. Okay, well, nothing spectacular going on today. We had a few sprinkles overnight, but that was it. We're expecting very few tomorrow. Only 20% is in the forecast, so I doubt very much will happen. And I'll be playing tomorrow, so crossing my fingers, hoping for a better time. Instead of scoring 250, maybe I'll score something like 85. That'd be nice. K6MYC, W6PQL. Bye-bye.
Well, here's to a couple of good 85s for you. Yeah, that's always, you have to get off of the duffer machine and get onto the golf machine that's relative to your age. 85 is a good score for your age, and the fact that you're not a professional, so that's a damn good score. But if you're a duffer, you're in the 150 bracket or more. Okay. Good enough, Jim. Thank you. No, I'm pretty sure we logged him. Rob could check back at the log and see if we got Mike in there last night, but I'm pretty sure I heard you at one point in time. I may not have responded correctly. You might not have heard my response, but I'm pretty sure I heard you say he was in there. Anyway, let's see who else we have in the Bay Area for the Bozo Net here on 2 meters. K6MYC standing by.
285.
Who is it?
90.
Again?
285.
Oh, 285. Too short a transmission. Good evening, Jim. Go ahead, take one.
Yeah, we had somebody else in there too. I didn't catch who was. But yeah, WB6JNN. And yeah, just got back from a loop, went up over 680 and around and down to Gilroy and back to San Jose just to have an outing. And it was interesting. A lot of traffic on I-5 there, or is it two? It might be 580 at that point. I don't know. But anyway, I was surprised at that. But that's mostly truck traffic. K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Well, the main drag through Gilroy is 101, and then of course there's 5 is on the other side of the hill. I don't think you got over onto 5. That would be on the San Joaquin Valley side of things. But 101 is what goes down past you there in East San Jose and goes on through and down the coast more or less. I'm sure that's what you were on, right?
I was on both.
You did get over to 5 too, huh?
Yeah, I did the whole loop. I went up over 680 to 580 and through all those big cities over there nowadays, and got lost in one of them. And then I came down 5 and came through the pass over Pacheco back to home.
Yeah, 152. Okay, got it. That's quite a haul, but you were looking forward to that. Hopefully you've got your mind straight after all that relaxing driving. Although, like you say, it was a little heavier traffic. Where was the heavy traffic, on 101 or 5?
Oh, it was on 5, headed south. But also it was late in the day, like 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, well, that's getting close to quitting time, so, yeah, you could also get into some nasty stuff at that time, no doubt about it. Okay, well, good to hear you. The 5 watts is, or the 10 watts is doing pretty good tonight. You've had some nice peaks, but never lost anything. So, a couple of deep fades, but still enough margin, so the band is in really good shape tonight. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good. And there's somebody else in here, too. So I will shut up and let you find out who it is, WB6JNN.
And when I was asking Fred to get in here, but if he's got terrible noise, he won't come in. KD6S, okay. Fred, are you here? Nothing from Fred. WB6WNI. How about you, Gary?
Okay, you guessed it, Mike. Good evening, Mike. First, let me ask you how you're copying. I know you like me to do a little bit longer so you can point the game. And hi to the both gyms, and the second gym, JNN, I have traffic for. But first, over to you, Mike, to see if you even copy out WB6791090.
Oh, no, you're plenty loud, and I haven't even moved the antenna. I could probably peek you and get a little more out, but no, you're fine. What do you want to pass on to Jim? Listen up, Jim.
Yeah, hi, Jim. While I walk the dog, you love this, while I walk the dog, I hear you on the WLS repeater. So I think that's always good to hear another Bozo member somewhere else. Yeah, walking the dog, I listen to WLS. That's the traffic. Back to you, Mike.
You get that, Jim?
Yeah, fine. Very good. Yeah, I had the radio with me, but then I had to use the GPS, and I was plugged into the cigarette lighter, so I had to ditch the radio. But I'm going to fix that. I'm going to get one of the splitters. WB6JN.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm glad you were able to be heard in a couple of places there. Very good. Let's see who else we have. We should have WA6AXX, KB6BA, K6KLY, AB6SR. Any of those on frequency?
AB6SR.
Good evening, Stan. Big signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Mike. K6MYC, AB6SR 807. Yeah, good signal too. Everybody's good signal. I don't know what happened on Monday night on 6. I was listening at 8:20 or so, heard you talking to Tom. I think it was Tom. And then you said you were off to point to Nevada or somewhere, and I listened till 9:10, but didn't hear much in the way of anything at all. Was 6 a bit dead on Monday night?
Yeah, it was a little limp. I promised Tom to get in there early, but I didn't want to stop in the Bay Area because I promised that I normally tell the guys on 6 meters that I start with Nevada. I make them wait till the last of the net on all the other bands, so that I give them a break on 6 meters. But Tom wanted to check in and out because he was so tired, and I wasn't sure he could stay up till 9 o'clock, so I pointed the antenna right at him at the beginning of the net, and then I just zoomed right on up to Nevada. I did come back to the Bay Area and talked quite a while. I left the antenna actually toward you in the Bay Area and talked with the local guys at the end of the net here quite a while. So I was on there a long time, but maybe we just didn't have very good propagation. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't hear much at all, really. You were much weaker than a week ago. Anyway, I'll try again next Monday. So nothing much to report here. Was a nice day, about 75. Did some work in the garden, did some pruning. Tomorrow I'll be mulching the stuff. And as Jim said over in Fremont, not a likelihood of much rain here. I think we had 17 or 18 drops this morning, but that's about it. Dark sky this evening when we were having dinner, but passed over. Nothing happened at all. So weather-wise, we're looking forward to some rain, but it's missing us kind of thing. Anyway, that's it from me. It's good to hear you. Lovely signals from everybody. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, fine, Stan. Well, we didn't get any rain either. We didn't even get 2 drops that I know of. It rained a little bit in Coarsegold, so within a few miles of me here, 12 miles to the north, it did rain. Frank said it rained a little bit today, or last night, but nothing major, but enough to know it got wet. But we didn't get any. We haven't wet the pavement for quite some time. The granite stone in the front yard still says no rain. So there you go. Good evening, Stan. Thanks much for checking in. I'm running a little late, so I should move along here. But great to hear you. AB6SR, who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC.
November 5, November Papa Delta.
Okay, hi, Brett. N5NPD, you're like you're in the room with me here, over.
Yep, 11:29, I left that off. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Booming signals. Boy, everybody's just crushing in here tonight. Wonderful to have the band sound so good. I don't have noise either. I probably will have noise. Well, I'm pointed right toward the noise that was on there on HF earlier. I had noise to the west. I'm looking right at you guys now, and I don't have any noise. Well, I guess I probably do. I've got the blanker on, and the blanker takes care of that little pulse noise that I have from that direction. It took it out today, and when I came in the shack at 4 o'clock to turn things on. So I probably have noise, but it's not bothering anybody, that's for sure. Anyway, how are you doing? Can we expect to hear you tomorrow on 432? Over.
Yep, I should be here for 4:32 tomorrow, and you're talking about some moisture earlier. 0 here in Newman, none, nada.
Yeah, same here, 0, nada. But we'll get it. It'll come. Probably just when we don't need it or don't expect it to. Although it has given us a little leeway on the roof repair that we have here. And I know Frank had some terrible problems with his trailer roof. A W6 BBS, and luckily it didn't rain much on him before he got his cover over the trailer. He actually bought a kind of a van cover. It was big enough to get the trailer underneath it, and that took care of it. He's got a serious roof problem. The roof metal or the roof wood underneath the cover of the asphalt on top of the roof is rotting. So he's got dry rot. He's got a major chore to fix that roof. But at least he's got the water contained by a tarp that's over the top, or a kind of a car cover, van cover, big canvas cover. Anyway, that was all that threatened us. I didn't get any rain here. I put everything away, so I was going to be dry regardless, but we didn't get any. All right, 7-3, thanks much. Back to you, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, have a great evening. Second 3 to you, K6MYC and 5 MPD.
7-3, Brett. Now, anybody else in the Bay Area?
W2 WRX.
W2 WRX. Good evening, Carl. We haven't heard you for a couple of weeks, but great to hear you. 294. Go ahead.
Roger there. Aloha. How's the Mai Tai doing? Anyway, I've been doing some fishing in my boat and taking out my grandsons, and hopefully they can learn how to fish. But they're having a great time. Back to you.
Yeah, very good. I used to fish a lot when I was a kid, and I just somehow got away from it. I guess it was I'm too ADD to fish. If I put a worm on the hook, or I put a lure on and I throw the thing out and I don't get hit in 2 or 3 strokes, and I just say, well, screw it, I'm done fishing. I don't have any patience for that. Some days you hit them and some days you don't. Anyway, I never got that much enjoyment out of it. I did when I was a kid. I used to catch quite a few interesting fish in Michigan, but out here it's more chore. It's harder to find water where you've got fish that might actually take a worm. If you don't go to certain places, if they're not close to you, or if they make it hard to get there, or the shoreline isn't the place you can fish from, then you're screwed. In Michigan, you got nothing but lakes all over the place that we lived at. Anyway, good to hear you, Carl, and hopefully you're getting ready to have that Mai Tai for me over there.
Roger that, yeah. Yeah, the guys are doing really good. They noticed that it takes a lot of work to set up the boat, get all the things that we need, fishing poles, all the coolers, ice, and backing up out there at the launch. And they're learning. I'm glad they're doing it because I got to let them do it now because, I don't want to hurt my back there. But other than that, we're doing pretty good there, Mike, and hopefully we'll talk to you again and tell you what kind of fish we catch next time. W2 WRX, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. We'll have you get catching trout or bass?
We're catching stripers, sturgeon, halibut, and also largemouth bass.
Where are you fishing? At the coast?
We largemouth bass. We go to Stockton at the Paradise Point for the sturgeon, and all the other ones we go to Rio Vista at Brennan Island, and we head off all the way down to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Okay. So you're up the river way, but getting the stuff that's ocean fish almost. All right. Very good. Sounds good. Have a nice fish fry on me. I like fresh fish that way. I can remember nailing the tail to a board and scaling all the trout and bass and what was I catching a lot of? What the hell was it? I forgot what the name of the fish was. Very common back east, not so common out here. Anyway, sunfish and perch, I guess.
So Roger that. Yeah, we're trying to catch some Chinook salmon. Those who are catching it are they're worth $250 because the commercial is not allowed to fish for Chinook or cohos. Well, we only can fish for Chinook. So our last time is be October down in the Feather River all the way down to Orville, and that's the last time we're going to fish till next year.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck catching those big boys. That's good stuff, and they are expensive, and primo eating, of course. Good enough, Carl. Take care. Aloha, my friend, and we'll see you next time you can get in here. W2WRX, K6MY.
Aloha there, Mike. Nice talking to you again, and I'll have a Mai Tai with you.
Thank you very much. Here's to good luck in the fishing. Click.
Roger, Roger.
Okay. Who else do we have? Anybody else before I go to Oakley, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters. I don't hear Gary, KE6QR. Gary, are you here tonight? Okay, let me go up to 300 degrees here, which should be close to here, and see if Ken is there. N6RO. Should be done with dinner by now, Ken. K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97. And yes, I had dinner, and it was fish. Pacific cod. It had been too long in the freezer, I think. It was rather chewy. And assorted veggies. High temperature today was 79, and we had 0.05 inches of rain early this morning. And the forecast is for a little bit more tomorrow, but no downpours. And what did I accomplish today? I just watched a lot of sports. Still catching up from the stuff I recorded over the weekend when I was sitting here in the shack. I got thank goodness for the fast forward function. When I see some tennis players that I don't care about, I just zip right through them. See you tomorrow on the 432 from N6RO.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Good deal. I haven't had dinner yet. The boys are over cooking, but everybody got here late tonight. So they knew that I wasn't even going to be able to stay because they just got here just a little before 7. There's no way we could cook and eat before 7:30, so they said they'd make me a plate and keep it warm, so I'm anxious to get in there and have my, they got lots of good stuff tonight. Oh boy, all my cooks are here. 2 grandsons and my son are all good cooks, amazing. Judy's stunned by the fact that we had 3 boys, we have 3 men in the house, and they all cooked the crap out of everything. They're all cuisine eaters, over.
That's a family tradition.
It certainly is. I think they learned from their mother, and they learned from necessity as well. When you're not married and you're living alone or with other guys, somebody's got to cook. I did cooking when we were going to college. We had 6 guys that lived in the house, and each guy got 2 guys would cook at night, 2 guys would cook for lunch, and we rotated, and it worked out really well. Everybody did good, and we had one guy that had his dad was a butcher, and so we would buy half a cow at a time. We brought it up and put it in deep freeze in Fresno, and we ate like kings all year round. And we learned how to cook all kinds of different stuff that you wouldn't, roasts and stuff. It's one thing to make hamburgers; anybody can do that. It's another thing to cook roasts and things like that. So ribs and other stuff, not real straightforward. Anyway, 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow, Ken, and get caught up on all that sports stuff. N6RO, K6MYC. Yeah, maybe Rob wants to say hi to you. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SR. You're sounding good tonight, Ken.
Yeah, Rob, loud and clear here, as always on this band. And I had another comment about food, but I just forgot it. It was maybe 15 seconds ago. See you guys tomorrow.
Roger. Thank you, Ken. 7-3. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Are you there, John?
K6NYC, KD6WVL, 1179. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. And boy, oh boy, everybody's just got booming signals tonight. The signal-to-noise ratios on everybody, just spectacular. Everybody sounds like they're right in the shack with us here. Really, really good conditions, and you're no exception. Of course, we look forward to working tomorrow with the little hole loop on 432. I'm sure that we'll hear you. Anyway, back to you for anything new on your side. K6MYC in the group, over. I hear you, Dennis.
Nothing new here, Mike. You know, it didn't hardly rain here, just enough for a little mist to screw up my 3-hour detail job on the wife's car. But other than that, everything's good here. Have a good evening. K6MYC, KD6WVL, 7-3.
Okay, 7-3, John. Good to hear you, and look forward to catching you tomorrow. Anybody else while I'm pointed up this way, W6WZZ or N6CHH?
Kilo Oscar 6, India, Quebec, Romeo.
Yeah, hi, Mark. Mario. Very good. KO6IQR, K6MYC. I've got a cat here that's clawing my leg for attention. 1189, right?
1189, roger, roger.
How are you doing tonight?
Just pretty good, pretty good. I wanted to say thanks to Rob if you can hear me. I got a hold of Bill this morning, and actually, I'm sorry, it was yesterday. I talked to Bill, and we talked about just about everything under the sun after we decided that the amplifier that he has is a work in progress and something that's probably out of my league to try to tinker with and mess with. So I decided to leave that for somebody else. I was kind of in the market for something turnkey for 432. And yeah, but I had a really good chat with Bill. Really nice guy, wealth of information, and yeah, we talked for about an hour. Over.
Yeah, good. No, he's very, very experienced guy. But that was quite an amplifier, and the problem is it's a tetrode, a pair of tetrodes in there for CX250s, and you got to have a screen supply and all that crap. It is kind of a pain. I used to have those power supplies laying around, and you use a pair of OA2s or whatever they were for 75 volt VR tubes. You buy a pair of them in series, and you get your bias for the tube and the screen voltage and that kind of stuff, but just a lot of stuff in the power supply. I don't think the amplifier needs any work. It's probably ready to go, but you need that, put the power supply around it and maybe fiddle with the neutralization, and that's, yeah, it may be more than you want to take on, particularly in your situation there. You may not have all your equipment with you. I'll keep an eye out for anything from 120 watts up. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a very permanent setup. I'm still running, kind of a ragtag put together. I got a, I think, I'm not sure what the brand was. I got a couple HO loops, obviously for 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and then the 6 meter one. But once I get home eventually, at some point, I want to set up a more permanent, maybe double stack, or even just go to a Yagi if I can find some way to rotate it. That's my only issue with the Yagi is I don't have really a good setup where I can get a rotator up high enough to make use of a Yagi. So I'll stick with the HOs and maybe double stack them for those 3 bands. Over.
Yeah, no, that works good. I worked a long ways with a stack of. I used to run 350 watts in a car from a TE amp. You might contact TE Systems. I believe they make 432 amps still, if they're still in business. Or you might keep your eye open for the 432 TE amps. I know one of the guys on the net here has one of those, but he uses it. But they are out there. They did make them. Tango Echo Systems. and they're in California here somewhere. If they're still in business, you can probably just find them at tesystems.com or something. But they make pretty good amplifiers, and they had some at 432. But the one I ran on 2 meters, of course, 350 watts in the car, and the stacked pair of hole loops. And I worked all the way from Reading down one day. I was up there in Reading visiting a friend, and I worked all the way into Fresno in the mornings. And we did that quite regularly from up there. So they can talk a long ways if you get a little poop behind them. Over.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the intent. It's, just a little more oomph, but I think with the better antenna setup, that's probably going to help. I do have to confess, I got a 1 kW coming from a gentleman back east. I think in Iowa, he's building one for me. Should be done pretty soon for 2 meters, linear, solid state, custom built, fully turnkey. He just doesn't do 432s for some reason, only the 2 meters. But we'll see once I get that how that works out.
Yeah, well, W6PQL on here, you probably hear him. W6PQL.com. You might look at his website. I don't know if he's making 432s right now or not, but I've got one of his 432 solid states, an 800 watter, and that may be in the cards for you. There's also a company over in England called Gemini Systems that makes 432 amps, I'm sure, and there may be others. Anyway, we'll keep our ears to the ground for you, Mario. Good evening to you, and we'll go over to get Dennis and all the guys in Sacramento here. K06IQR, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Appreciate it. K6MYC, K06IQR. Have a great night. 10-3.
7-3, Mario. Okay, up to you, Dennis. Let's see, N1 PPP, K6MYC. Are you around, Dave? Haven't heard Dave on this band for a while. Okay, there we are. Maybe too far. Let me come back a little bit. That should be better for you, Dennis. WB6ISO, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, very good. K6MYC, WB6ISO. No, you were doing pretty good when you was pointing there toward Kent, but I could hear you just fine. No problem. We'll make it short and sweet so you get in to get yourself something to eat. I hear your stomach growling all the way up here, and I thought it was a part of the thunderstorm coming in, but no, it was your stomach growling at me, over.
Well, I tried not to get the mic too close, but you must have heard that.
Well, you can't get hungry. And that other gentleman you're talking to about amplifier, don't forget the Binko. They do make 2 meter 432 and all the rest of them from Germany, so it's very, very good. A very good amplifier made by Binko, over.
Yeah, that's it, Mario. Beko, B-E-K-O, out of Germany. I think Beko.com would probably get you the website, and they make some stuff too. So there's others, and then there's a group in Italy that makes amps as well. It'd be better maybe to go out to DX Engineering. They might have somebody that they're importing, and that would be better to work with them and get away from having to deal with the euro and all that stuff. DX Engineering might have something to offer for you. Thank you, Dennis. What do you got for check-ins? Anybody?
Yeah, I do. Forget DX Engineering. They're not handling the Binko amplifiers. Highlander amplifier out of Southern California is I think the only one that's handling the Bink amplifier right now. The Binko amplifiers, Highlander amplifier. But anyway, we got some check-ins for you. We'll get that taken care of so you get out there and get something to eat. We got some of the original ones, KA60X160, then Dave in 1PPP336, N6BX, Mr. Larry at 782, N6TNI, Mr. Dan at 132, and we also have K6LBP JR at 1101. I have not been able to get a hold of or establish to get that number out to that K6EWN John at 1225. I have not been able to get hold of him. He had not checked back with me. I don't know if we want to keep holding that number for him. You let me know what you'd like to do with that one. Over.
Yeah, we'll just wait till he checks back in. We've got the number for him.
Okay, very good.
I think it was, what was it, 1225, wasn't it, Rob?
Yeah, QSL.
Yeah, 1225 was his number, Dennis, to remind you, if you didn't write it down somewhere. All right, very good. Thanks for the list there. Let me see if the rest of the boys in Sacramento and around are on here. KJ6KFB, how about you, Darren?
And get something to eat. WB6ISO 73 Bozo 86.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. WB6ISO, how about KJ6KFB? How about you, Darren? Are you here? KO6KD, how about you, Bill?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
Okay, I got to turn this preamp off. There was a station come in here, and it was so overmodulated, I couldn't understand him. The station was trying to check in, try it. All I'm getting is a bunch of grunge out of you, no audio. It's just dead carrier. You have a little bit of a problem. You want to try it one more time? Okay, now you've got your audio going here, so go at it a little bit slower for me. The call again, please. Oh, okay, yeah. Hello there, Jack. Yeah, long time no hear from Mike. That's K9 Tango Alpha Zulu, Mr. Jack at 1063, and I would imagine his lovely wife there is at 1064. Is that correct there, Jack? Yeah, so if you want to check them in, 1063 and 1064 there, Mike. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing there. The first there, Jack, your audio and everything was really messed up. You're doing okay now, over. Yeah, okay, very good. Let me double check here with Mike. Mike, you got that okay?
Yeah, I do, and I normally can hear Jack. I don't know why, so I can tell he's in there, but it's not readable. He is extremely weak today, so something's not pointed right or he's running real low power. But thank him for checking in. Anyway, over.
Yeah, Mike says thank you for checking in there, Jack. No, he had some kind of issue with his amplifier there is what was going on there, Mike. He had to go barefoot, then I was copying him, but when he turned on the amp, there's nothing but distortion, and it was really bad.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. Okay, you checked in there, Mr. Jack, and sure nice hearing you. It was nice seeing you out there at the swap, but by golly, are you going to try to check in with it a little more often, over? Okay. Yeah, what he's primarily saying there, Mike, is that he's working on a vertical antenna. He has been trying to check in with you on 220 and some of the other various bands, but just had no luck. And so he's kind of given up, and I tell him not to give up, keep trying, and we'll get things straightened around. So that's what he was saying, over.
Well, that's the problem. I've only got one other station on 220. And that's KO6KD. What he's got to do is get in with KO6KD, see if Bill can hear him, and then Bill's got to remind me to go vertical. I can go vertical on 222, but I don't think about doing it, because when I don't hear any signals, I don't go vertical. So if he checks in with KO6KD, the only guy on 220 in his area, then we'll get him in here, and I can pay attention to him, and we'll make every effort to work him there. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, what he was saying there basically, Jack, is if you check in with Bill KO6KD there on 220, he can switch to a vertical antenna at that particular time. But I think the other thing he was saying that here on our 2-meter sideband frequency, he's running vertical, and he's working on getting up some horizontal beams as kind of in the works here. Is that about the gist of the situation there, Jack? Not a problem, Jack. Just check in. I'll be able to hear you vertical or horizontal, and I'll be more than happy to relay anything while you're getting everything. Anyway, in a nutshell there, Mike, he's got some help coming over there, and he's got all new array going up, and he'll have everything up and bigger and better and everything else in the very near future. So anyway, I'll say pleasant good evening to you there, Jack, and to the missus there. Again, it was nice seeing you out there. And check in with this vertical, horizontal, whatever you got. We'll get it figured out for you. 73 for now, and back down to you there, Mike.
Okay, fine, Dennis. K9TAZ with WB6ISO. Thank you. I don't know if Jack can hear me with the power here, but 73, Jack, and we'll look forward to the station as it grows on your end there. K6MYC, clear with you guys, and let me take one more listen. KO6KD, how about it, Bill?
Yep, right here. Good evening, Mike and Dennis and Jack and everybody else out here on the net. KO6KD, Bozo number 776. How copy, over?
Yeah, got you fine, no problem. The band's really in good shape tonight, and we'll look for, I didn't hear anything from Darren. But you might comment if he's even there, or maybe out walking the wife and the dog or something. And I'll go up and get KR6MR, and then we'll listen for the boys in Reading. So I'll be pointed generally in this direction for a few more minutes, Bill. Good to hear you. Nice to chat this morning. Quite a good group in there. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yep, it was nice to be around this morning. Darren will not be here tonight. To the best of my knowledge, I got a phone call from him about 2 hours ago. He may be home now, but he was out and about, so and he did not ask me to check him in. So to that degree, I'm sorry I can't help out. 7-3, everybody. We'll hopefully see you in the morning. KO6KD.
Okay, very good, Bill. 7-3, and up to you, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, I'm here. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759.
Yeah, we got your 759. Good signals from Meadow Vista. Did you get any rain up there?
We had a little bit of rain. I didn't check my weather station or nothing. It's been kind of chilly. If we hit 70, we're lucky.
Okay. Well, we didn't get any here. I was just curious. Let me see if I can hear the Reading guys. I haven't heard anything, a peep out of him, but usually he pops in sometime through the time I'm pointed this way. But let me just get Reading quickly. KD6SW, KD6SW, or KO6HS, K6MYC, Central California, calling and listening.
Okay, well, good evening there, Mike. KD6SW, Reading, number 145. Top of the evening to you.
We got your 145. Got your 145. I don't know whether you were in there last night on 6 or not. We could never get a confirmation. I thought I heard CW a couple of times, but it didn't sound like your CW. So we were confused about what that was. So, and I couldn't get anybody to confirm that that was you on 6 meters. Was that you last night? Did you hear me?
Well, last night was 1296. Yeah, Monday I did get a confirmation from N6RO. He heard me, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm talking about Monday. I'm off a day here. Sorry about that. No, I thought I'd got you checked in there, but I wasn't sure. Okay. I heard you partially, but it wasn't consistent, as we know. Okay, let's see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sugar, K6MYC. How about it, Jerry? Okay, no Jerry tonight. I'm sorry about that. So we'll let you go, Rich. I'm running real late here, so better get out of here or I'll lose the guys in Nevada. Hi. See you and look for you tomorrow on 432. We'll be surprised, but we know we can make it. See you on 432 tomorrow. KD6SW Reading 145 K6MYC 73 Rich.
All right, 73 Mike. We'll look for you on 432 tomorrow.
KE6ILX.
KE6ILX. Good evening. There, I looked for you on 1296, but I did not hear you last night. Over.
Yeah, I got in here a little too late, and I've been spending time out in Nevada. Been bouncing back and forth, so I know you're running behind, so give my regards to the Nevada guys, and if you could do me a favor and pass on, my email is KE6ILX@yahoo.com, and a couple of the Nevada guys wanted my email address, and I thought I gave it to them, so anyway, I'll say 73.
Okay, what's easy for me to remember, KE6ILX@yahoo.com. Got it. Thank you, and thanks for the quick check-in tonight there. Sorry about getting home late on 1296. No worries. We still had, I think, 19 or 20, 21 check-ins, so it wasn't bad. But we did miss you. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 432, I hope. KE6ILX, Grass Valley, Charlie Mike 99, K6MYC.
Yeah, 7-3, KE6ILX in the mobile.
Okay, anybody else here before I go to Nevada? K6MYC towards Sacramento.
WA6HNA 1013.
You are home. Okay, Phil was going to call you. I guess he probably called you. 1013, we got you. How was your trip?
Oh, we had a great time. We did a lot. Spent a month basically being nomads, running around the western United States, seeing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we're back. Got here about 3 hours ago. So I plugged in the radio and thought I'd better give you a call. Otherwise, you'll think I'm, being impolite or something.
Oh, never that. Not particularly when you're due back from a vacation, and we weren't sure exactly what day you were due back. I thought it was around this time, Wednesday of this week, but that can always vary when you're dealing with vacations. I know how that is. All right, very good. Great to hear you, Greg, and hopefully you get settled in and caught up a little bit. And we're still obviously anxious to get Phil finished up on 432, but I know you got some things that are not quite right on that system, so there's still some time to be spent, and you've got plenty to do for the next couple of weeks before you even think about it, I'm pretty sure. Thanks again. Good to hear you. Yeah, welcome back. WA6HNA, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, K6MYC, WA6HNA. It'll be good to be in my own bed tonight for a change. So, yeah, and we'll get working on that's kind of high on my list right now, so I think we'll get going on that. Take care, and good luck at Nevada, WA6HNA.
Okay, got it. And 7-3, we'll see you soon. Maybe on 432 yourself one of these days. Who knows? 7-3, Greg.
Good night.
Anybody else? How about AJ6 Queen Lima? Anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC, KW6T, how about it?
680, Mike.
680, I'll take it. K6MTS, 680. Good evening, Mark. Hang in there. We'll get back with you when we get finished up here and finish up a little rag chew at the end. I've got to get in and get my dinner. I think they're holding for me, and they're also sticking around tonight. So maybe I should try to make this as quick as I can. 7-3. And we'll see. And I know the guys will probably want to chat with you a little bit when we get done here in just a minute. K6MYC, K6MTS.
Roger, 7-3, Mike.
Okay, up to Nevada. Here we go, Nevada. N6 Victor Alpha Zulu, N6 VA, N7 VAZ, I should say. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ, K6MYC. Are you here tonight, Eric? Over. Okay, I may need a relay. Richard, are you here? Are you hearing Eric?
Roger. He confirms 1193.
He's very weak tonight for some reason. Normally with the amp on, he's a big signal, but not tonight. Good evening, Eric. Sorry, I'm barely hearing you, but I thought you were in there. But I'm just not getting any usable audio yet. Maybe it'll come roaring in here in a minute. Richard's not real strong either. Everybody else on 2 meters have been gangbusters, but for some reason due north tonight is not working. Take a transmission, Richard, and I'll see if I can get a peek on you, and that may also help Eric there. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 here, and yeah, Eric's, he's got a good strong signal off the back of my beam, so he's definitely getting out more power and got a good signal here, so it must be propagation tonight. But hopefully you can peek up on me a little bit, and that'll get you close to peeking up on him. It should be pretty close in the direction you're pointing. So anyway, you're not as strong as usual tonight, but not bad. I mean, you're S7 plus, so not S9 plus, but still a pretty copyable signal there. So anyway, hopefully you've had enough time to peek up, and we're going to pass it back to you there. K6MYC, KD6BQ in Nevada.
Yeah, well, you peaked up real strong, and then you faded back again, so you probably would get me at S9 if we waited a minute here. It's, I got you peaked. And let me try one more time and see if Eric can, I can hear Eric this time. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Give me another transmission, Eric, K6MYC in the group, over.
Go ahead, Eric.
November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu, so 1193, 1193, over.
Yeah, got you now. Got you now. You're starting to come up, and I was probably a little far to the east for you. I bumped it back just a little bit, and you came right up. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in. Can you tell me quickly, Eric, what bands that we call the Bozo Net on, what bands do you have active right now? Over.
I have 2 meters and 432 active at the present time. 2 meters and 432, over.
Okay, very good. Well, then we'll look for you for sure tomorrow night. Tomorrow night on 432, we'll look for you. 7-3, Eric, thanks very much. I've got solid copy on you now. I think I just went a little bit too far to the east, and sometimes the path varies a little bit. Tonight it's a little bit to the west, off of due north. Hi. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, Reno, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Central California, Delta Mike 07.
November 7 Whiskey Tango. November 7 Whiskey Tango, 657.
We got 657 also. Good evening, Larry. 657, 73 to you, Eric. And go ahead, Larry. I guess we never did find out for sure if you were in there last night, but we finally gave up. I couldn't copy. Even Daniel was poor last night on 1296, so I don't know whether you were in there. Somebody was in on CW. We never did find out who that was. Over.
Yeah, I wasn't on last night, obviously. And you were 5'9" a while ago when you were talking. That's when I called. And now you're right down in the middle. That's lousy tonight. Other than you came up to 5'9" plus. Right back down into the noise. N773, back to you, Mike.
Yeah, well, the band is funny tonight. You guys are more to the west than normal. I'm way west, like 10 degrees west of due north, and that seems to be about where you're peaking. But we got you good copy and understand you were not on last night. That confirms what I did not hear. I couldn't confirm it, and poor Daniel couldn't get through to me good enough to tell me. He probably told me 20 times, but I never copied it. It was just terrible conditions on 1296 last night. Thanks for 2 meters here, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango, and I'll look for Daniel, K6MYC. Oh, maybe we faded out on him.
Here is 272.
Yeah, 272, go ahead.
Yes, got you okay here. It was difficult, but we did work you last night, over.
Oh, yeah, we heard you several times. I didn't have any question about the fact that you were there. I just couldn't copy much of what you were saying other than 272 and KE7UQL and my call occasionally. So that was about all I could squeeze out of it. I never could get confirmation on Larry. I finally think I heard negatives a couple of times, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we got it right, so it worked out. You're very strong here this evening. I don't know why Larry's having trouble with me. And KE7UQL in the group, K6MYC.
Okay, Roger, and I will start looking for a 902 transverter. I think I'll get me one of those, okay, over?
Yeah, that would be terrific. That would be phenomenal. I think we want to try to stimulate more activity on 902 because the contest points are really good on that band, and we can probably get 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 grids, maybe as many as 10 grids if you get on there from DMO9. That would be phenomenal. So we'll try to put some equipment together for other people and rovers and stuff like that, too. Thanks for that, Daniel. Glad to hear it. KE7UQL for your final, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yes, indeed. We'll little shots for that transverter. And I'm going 8 for the weekend, so I won't be on tomorrow. Going 8 so we'll on Sunday, K6MYC7UQL 73.
Okay, how about you, Rob? You want to say hello to the boys?
Yeah, sure. I was hearing Daniel pretty good, but he kind of faded out towards the end there. How you doing, Daniel? KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Hello, Rob. Got you okay? Over.
He came back.
Yeah, I heard part of my call sign, and that's about all I got. Well, thanks for being there, Daniel. I hope you're hearing me. KM6SR.
Okay, Rob. Yes, right now you're below S1 for me. Over.
Okay, how about you, Richard? Are you copying Rob there?
Yeah, KM6SR, 86BQ. A little gravelly sounding, but here, over.
He's copying you, Rob. Go ahead.
Okay, Richard. Yeah, I can hear you in there, but can't make it out there. KD6BQ, KM6SRR.
Yeah, very good there, Rob. KM6SR, KD6BQ. You're about 5 and 1 with a little bit of a garbling on the audio there, over.
Okay, 5 and 1. I got that, but I couldn't. Mine, you're not even getting any S-meter reading for you. Thanks for being there, KM6SR.
Yeah, it's funny because you're coming way up again now. It went a little bit down, but now you're back up again, Richard. Good to hear you all, and got all 4 of you tonight. That's good. I could even try for N7, K7SUN, but I don't think he's going to be there. But we could get a big 5 if we got him in here. K7SUN, you're probably through with your fishing season. K6MYC. Now Stan's probably forgotten how to turn the radio on. He can wind up a spool of fishing line, but he probably can't turn the radio on anymore. 73 Daniel, 73 Larry, 73 Richard, 73 to you, Eric, if you're copying. 73 all. We'll see you tomorrow night on 432. K6MYC going that away. Did.
KE7UQL 73.
73, you're back up.
N7VAZ 73.
Who is that? Oh, N7VAZ 73, Eric. Okay, maybe go to Eddie quickly, and then we'll get out of here, Rob. I got to get in and get something to eat.
Roger, Roger. Heading that way.
I'll stop at the Bay Area and see if we have anybody else. We missed a few in the Bay Area, so we'll just stop there quickly. I think we got all the guys that are going to check in. So I'm going there now. There we are in the Bay Area. Bay Area, Bay Area, Bay Area. Light checks are missed. 2-meter Bozo Net from Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. K6MYC Bozo looking for late checks are missed from the Bay Area or any place that's hearing me. This is K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard there. We'll go right on down with you, Ed, with you, Rob, to Eddie.
Okay, Mike. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC. Standing by. Good evening, Eddie. Got a good copy on you. Thanks for being there.
Yeah, Roger, please. We just turned it on just a bit ago. Just got in from the meeting, so great hearing you guys out there. Stay there. We'll get to maybe Sunday night there. Zero Echo 6, 33, guys.
Boy, is he weak tonight.
Okay, Eddie. Thanks for being there. And, yeah, we'll look forward to you on Sunday night. KE6BK, KM6SR with K6MYC. 7-3, Eddie.
Okay, 7-3, Eddie, KE6BK, KE6MYC. Very, very light tonight. Very light signal tonight. You may be hearing my 1500 here. But very light tonight. But we got you Q5. 73, Eddie. Thanks for being there. KE6BK, KE6MYC, Bozo Net. Bye-bye. He's not even hearing me, Rob. That's weird. Okay. If you guys got nothing, I'll just close the net here. K6MYC and DM07 Delta Bravo, Bozo 47, closing the 2-meter Bozo Net on October 1. Good night, guys. And anything further from you, Aaron? Who is that? Can you hear that, Rob?
Yeah, I couldn't quite make it out, but I was trying to peek on him there. We got a couple guys down there. I know there's a guy from Santa Barbara and another guy from over there by Spalding.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the voice, so KE6MYC, QRZ, Bozo Net. Anybody down there? Well, I thought I heard you come back, but very weak at the moment. QRZ again, Bozo Net, Northern California from Delta Mike 07, Delta Mike 07, QRZ, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie and group, over. And they're coming back, I just can't pull them out, Rob.
Yeah, I can't either. I wonder if they're listening to the stream, if they could give us a little message.
Yeah, in the meantime, what do you got for a count?
Oh, let me count. Okay, I've got 45, but I went over the 10-meter net and I missed after Phil checked in 884 and before 1296 Jim. Did you have anybody in there?
So we work 285 at Jim, J&N. We work AB6SR 807.
Yeah, I got them. They were after Jim, 1296.
Yeah, N5NPD.
Yep, he was after him too. I got him. Before Jim, I didn't hear that.
We had somebody that I talked to at the same time I was talking to Lee, and I can't remember who it was now.
Well, GGY was in there.
Yeah, that was probably who it was, yes.
Anybody between GGY and PQL?
Yeah, and then Carl, 294 KW2WRX.
Yeah, I got him. He was after Jim.
Yeah, he was. All these guys were after. No, I don't think there was anybody much before Jim. We did get KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775 was in.
Okay, that I didn't get.
Yeah, that's the one.
So we have 46, and I heard the guy coming back again. Doggone, I wish we could pull him out.
Yeah, let's try one more time. Please try again, try again. Just yell out your Bozo number, your Bozo number, your Bozo number. This is K6MYC Bozo 47, Bozo 47, over, over. Nope. So we got 46, huh, Rob?
Yeah, 46. I thought I heard something in there, but I can't make it out.
Me either.
You know, I forgot to put everything down, so all the radios are inside the radio right now.
Yeah, your Bozo number, Bozo number, please. Go ahead, go ahead. Says they're not hearing us in there now, but Bozo number, your Bozo number, please, over.
Well, it's the last one, and I didn't find out about it until the 13th when the police finally contacted me.
Sounds like somebody having a side conversation.
And there's a lot of stuff that we had to take. So, two houses, auto building, all kinds of stuff that has to be dealt with. So I've been just, beside myself. Plus, work called me up, and I got back Monday. I left for Vegas, and I just got back about around 5 o'clock this afternoon. They asked me to go down to one of the clubs down there and take care of the problem.
Bozo number, K6MYC, please, over.
Oh, no, thank goodness there's no children, no husband. She didn't have it either, so, at least there wasn't anything else like that.
And the other guy he's talking to is too loud, he can't hear me.
She was a middle child, I'm the eldest, and,
well, they might be running verticals down south.
But, this is something that, I was talking very much with my brother, and, the problem is you have one experienced individual in a group, okay? And once that happens, you tend to be a little bit lazy. And we should have been a little lazy, and unfortunately, it backfired on him. And there wasn't anybody there that knew how to help him or anything. It was not fun.
Yeah, I hear the best pointed down towards Lake Isabella. KB6RQU, Rick, did you ever come back in here?
Well, if you get them, go ahead and pick them up. I'm going in, Rob. I want to get something to eat. 7-3, guys. Thanks, Rob, and thanks, Aaron, K6MYC, and MTS is hanging in there, over.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Good night, Mike.
Good night.
Sounds like the LA boys are chattering down there, Aaron. Mark, are you still in there, K6MTS?